Guys, I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to keep it sweet. Here's the deal. You want to know why most people can never get anywhere in life? Why most people never live, never experience, never build, never do anything worthwhile in life besides being average? You know why? Because most people's egos are so inflated and so fragile that they won't allow people to see them be bad at something. Okay? Let that sink in. You've never done something before. You expect yourself to be awesome at it. You haven't done the work. You haven't put in the time. You haven't put in the study hours. You haven't had the experience, but you expect to be good. And because you expect to be good, but you know you're not going to be good, you don't do anything. Explain that to me, okay? You want to be somebody who succeeds. You want to be somebody who builds something. You want to be somebody who people write books about one day. You are going to have to be okay with being bad at shit for a long time. When I first started in business, I didn't even know what I was selling. Okay, I remember the first person coming in. They came in for a product that it was called Cell Tech by a company called Muscle Tech. They came in, the dude obviously didn't buy it. It wasn't our first sale. He came in and asked me about it. I didn't even know what the fuck it was, okay? But I didn't care because I was gonna figure it out, all right? And that's the mentality you guys have to have. You have to be okay with looking like an idiot for a long time. And a lot of you guys, you'd rather be too cool for school. You'd rather be the cool kids at the high school lunch table than be the person who actually goes out, takes a leap of faith, decides they're going to try something new, and actually becomes an expert at it over time. Guys, you have to be okay not being good at shit, all right? Every valuable lesson that you're going to come across in your life is going to come from you failing, all right? And I hate failing as much as the next guy. Dude, I probably hold the record for the most broken Nintendo controllers on the face of the earth because I hate losing. I hate to lose. But the thing is that once you understand that every time you lose, it's an opportunity for you to not only learn that lesson, but take it a +1 step. Okay, listen to what I just said. A +1 step past the lesson. You'll start to appreciate those lessons. You'll start to be okay with not being good at shit. Guys, you don't want to be the guy that we talk about on the podcast who's 37 years old, living in mom's basement, yelling at her for a Hot Pocket, okay? You trolling people on the internet. You don't want to be that guy. And if you don't want to be that guy, you're going to have to understand that losing is a part of ultimately winning. You're going to lose a lot more than you win. And when you win, you're going to figure out how to get better on top of it. If you're a true winner, they don't celebrate their wins. True winners take the win and they say, how could I have even gotten better? How could I have ran the score up? How could I have won by twice as many points? So you never really feel like you win. And you have to be okay with that. Okay? There's not one thing that I don't look at in my life and say, man, how could I get better at that? How could I win at that? How could I run the score up on that? That's how much I love to win. But I look at every single loss. I've learned to look at every single loss as an opportunity of how to win more. And that's what you need to do too. You don't look at it like, hey, everybody's going to point and laugh. And they might point and laugh. I could tell you a list a mile long of people who have told me, Andy, you still got that little vitamin shop? Andy, what are you trying to be? Tony Robbins? Andy, when are you going to get a real job? Those are the same motherfuckers asking me for jobs now. All right? You guys have to understand that if you are willing to be bad at shit, you will have the last laugh on these same people that we're talking about. All right? So quit letting people stand in your way. Quit letting you stand in your way and understand that you are going to be bad at shit. You're going to suck. Nobody comes out and is a fucking CEO on boss level status. It just doesn't happen. Elon Musk didn't come out of being born and he was Elon Musk. Gary Vaynerchuk didn't become Gary Vaynerchuk when he was fucking born. Those come from learning lessons, putting in the time, and not being afraid to be laughed at. All right, guys? So check your ego at the door if you ever want to be successful. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to point at you. People are going to make fun of you. But if you understand that losing and getting laughed at and all these things, and you understand how to use those things to improve and get better, you're going to have the last laugh. Here's the deal, guys. I see every day people with this mentality that the world owes them something. And it's popular now to talk about entitlement and everybody deserves and all these different things that people like to bitch and cry about. But people come at life with the wrong attitude, okay? And they don't like hearing the truth. And the truth of the matter is this: the world owes you nothing. The world doesn't think you're special like your mom does. It doesn't think you're a delicate little flower. It doesn't care about you. Now, with that being said, the world doesn't hate you. It doesn't want you to fail. It just is, okay? And I see so many people going through their life with this overwhelming feeling of either A, the world owes me something, or B, the world hates me. And the reality is it's neither. And what's common amongst this group of people that I find is that both these groups of people that I find is that they're missing the understanding of what it means to be successful. And let me get at exactly what the cause of this is. The cause of this is they're selfish. They're self-centered. They're self-focused. They're only worried about what they see in the mirror, and they go around through their daily life trying to manipulate the world in a way that's going to serve them. But here's the thing, guys. If that's the way you go through life, if you go through life trying to figure out a way for the world to get you something, for you to be successful, at the expense of others, or for you to get ahead at the expense of others, your success or any success that you're able to build or momentum you're able to build is going to be very short-lived, guys. And that's not the right way to do things, okay? That's why you see the same people, who make money real fast, lose money real fast. That's why you see the same people who, have a little bit of success and then go back to the way they were. And then they might find a new quote unquote thing to do. And they make a little bit of money and they go back to the way they were. And the problem with this mentality, guys, is that it's a mentality that is not of service, okay? And if you want to be truly successful in life, you have to be selfless, and you have to understand that being selfless and being of service to other people is the only true way to find long-term success, okay? If you're making a product, your product's got to serve other people. It's got to solve a problem. If you're managing employees and you want to be a great leader, you've got to dedicate yourself to the betterment of these people who are doing the frontline work of your company, okay? If you want customers to love you, you have to give more than what you ask in return in dollars. All right, this is basic shit, guys. It's being of service. It's figuring out how you can help people with their problems. And the better you become at helping people with their problems and helping people find solutions to their problems, the more fucking money is going to find its way into your fucking bank account. All right, and it's that simple. All right, we talk about this earlier in earlier editions of my podcast, where we talk about the morality of money and we talk about how money is really made. And it still shocks me how many people go through life with a self-centered viewpoint of business, success, money, and all these other things that we talk about, generally on this podcast. Guys, it's just not the way it is. That's why you see people who are constantly hustling but never getting anywhere. If you take a really good look at their motivations, it's because they're motivated on things that are going to benefit them, not focused on things that are going to benefit others. And guys, I know this sounds a little bit out there, like it sounds a little bit Care Bear, care about others and others will care about you, but it's a fundamental truth of the fucking universe. Okay, if you care about others, other people will reciprocate and care about you. All right, when you make a friend, you're going to make a fucking sale. And you know what the best part about making a friend is versus making a customer is that you can always lose a customer, but you can never lose a friend. All right, guys, you have to focus on being of service. You have to focus on solving problems. The world doesn't give a either way. The world doesn't care if, you know, who you are, what you do. The world doesn't hate you either. It just doesn't care about you. Do you understand that? It's like you're like a piece of fucking lint. It's indifferent. It doesn't matter. So quit going through life thinking the world owes you something, because nobody fucking owes you anything. And quit going through life, you other people, thinking that the world hates you. The world doesn't fucking hate you. The likelihood is you fucking hate you. Okay? Fix your mindset. Understand that success is an equation of math. It is 1 + 1 = 2. It is A + B = C. There's no magic dust in there. It's just, it is what it is. It's cause and effect. It's action result. And once you accept that, and once you eliminate all the hocus pocus that all the other motivational gurus and salespeople and gypsies or whatever is out there trying to sell you, then you're going to be on the right track. You know, it's just too simple to accept that it's cause and effect, right? It's too simple to accept that it's A + B = C, or 1 + 1 = 2. But what if it is that simple? All right? Understand that. And understand that you need to be of service. And if you can understand those 2 points and accept them as truth and work them as truth, there is no limit to how far you can go.